Hey friends, Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally doesn't work. I'm here in LA spending time with my daughter, and we're doing one of those things that I just love, shopping. Yeah, trying to find some carpet for her place, and she wants to get a different desk and stuff, so we're going all over the place, stopping, looking and stopping, looking and stopping, and no, that's not it. There's a difference between guys and girls. I literally can go in and say, boom, that's the one I want, I'm done. Ugh. Ladies, not so much. But anyway, $69 worth of spray paint in about 3 hours has literally set the internet on fire with Dak Prescott. Unfortunately, there's an old saying, being between a rock and a hard place, or a no-win situation. And that, unfortunately, is the situation that Dak Prescott's been put in thanks to Jerry Jones and the anthem protests. Because no matter what he says, it's going to be the wrong answer. He could have said, hell yes, I'm going to protest the anthem. Well, Colin Kaepernick led the San Francisco 49ers to a Super Bowl. He is still unemployed. Eric Reed was there with them. He's still unemployed. And people say, well, you know what? Sometimes your principle is more important than a job or money. Well, yeah, that's true. That could be true, but you still have to be able to make it. And him being unemployed and broke is not going to be able to change anything. If anything, the platform he has and saying what he did will. Because here's the thing about it. He is correct in saying that attention has been brought to the forefront. You cannot say that it hasn't. Bringing more attention the same way isn't changing what it's doing. All it is right now just starting a culture war. So the question, and this is what I've talked about before, is where do we go from here? You've got the attention. You've got people talking about it. So what we have to do now is figure out what the next step is. The NFL Players Association and the NFL talked about over 10 years putting $100 million into communities to try and help with the problem. If the NFL finally does come through with that money and they start investing it, start making awareness, start making changes, outreaching programs, that's what has to happen on this. It can't be that for the next 10 years we're just going to kneel at the anthem and just end up having this culture war. We have to get real changes. And I've said before, what the NFL needs to do is say, look, we got it. There's a problem. We want to be part of the solution. Maybe before the anthem, maybe after the anthem, we show some kind of solidarity. As much as Jerry Jones gets flack, his kneeling before the national anthem wasn't a bad idea. You're not protesting the anthem, but you're bringing awareness to the cause. That's the next step. That's where it is, where we can continue the conversation without annihilating other people. Now, the graffiti. That's pretty much, that's kind of powerful. You're looking at basically from Get Out. The artist is basically saying, I'm not scared of Dak Prescott, and I'm going to do this because I feel it's the right thing to do. People feel that Dak Prescott is a sellout. And like I said, it's a no-win situation no matter what it says. I know from this standpoint of being here and saying this, some people are going to say, you're a coon for being on Dak Prescott's side. Some people are going to say, I'm un-American because I'm saying about the anthem protest. It's a no-win situation. But here's what's crazy. I used to be on the Benet Emery show, which actually really taught me a lot, and it was great. The show is from Dallas, and Benet is from Tyler, Texas. And you may recall a few years ago, there was the pool incident that was in Texas. There was the girl who was slammed on the ground by the police and stuff. There was some arrests, there was some fighting, but it ended up being divisive both ways. And here's what's crazy about this. One of the guys, Brian Gessner, who was vilified at this event. People were saying, oh, he's a neo-Nazi, he's out there pushing kids around and everything else. Here's what's crazy, because the narrative gets changed from what's really going on. Brian introduced me to Benet. In fact, I was a Facebook friend with him for many, many years. And if you look at Brian, without knowing Brian, you'd say, yeah, that guy's a redneck. But he's not. One of the nicest people you ever met. He was a veteran, okay? During that event, Brian was wearing a Joe Boo t-shirt, okay? He was out there trying to calm people down. The girl who got thrown on the ground and everything else. He went to his house, got bottles of water, got towels and everything else, and was consoling the kids. Yet they turned him into this neo-Nazi, as some people would say, and they literally vilified him. I went on Twitter basically saying, guys, you don't have the whole story of what went on. I'm now a coon. You're a white, you're a neo-Nazi lover. You're not really a black guy. So let's stop with the hate. What I'm trying to say is we need to have calmer heads prevail. We need real solutions that work for everybody. So, again, it's a rock and a hard place. That's all I can say. And I'm hoping that we can kind of fix this. But before you go ahead and condemn somebody, try and put yourself in their shoes. We'll see what happens with this, but it ain't easy being the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. I'm Mark Holmes, and it's kind of hot out here. I'll see you soon.